His name is Jesus. His name is Jesus.
So when we arrived in Rwanda in August of 2019, we're very thankful that there had been a nucleus already established with a headquarters church. There had been a primary school built that's used as like an outreach into the community.
Now, who can remind you what we talked about previously in English?
We want to make disciples of children and young people. We're just looking forward to building upon the foundation that had already been established before we arrived.
Raising 3 children on the mission field definitely has challenges, but it also opens their worldview to something that they would never get here. They see things they typically wouldn't see. They experience church in a different way.
It's very expressive, very demonstrative.
The country is very beautiful. It's very manicured. There's no trash. There's nothing on the ground. It's a beautiful image. However, when you dig down a little bit deeper, that's when you're going to find that things don't look.
They're not as they seem.
They're not as they seem.
In Rwanda, there was 1 million people that lost their lives in under 100 days.
You have individuals that were not parented. They lost their parents, so now they are the parents trying to parent. And so I think even with the Rwandan people, you may have a smile on their face, but down deep, they're not as they seem.
I mean, I would say whenever they get into the atmosphere of the Holy Ghost and the Spirit begins to touch their hearts, what I have seen, even some of the older men who may seem somewhat standoffish, the Holy Ghost has a very, very powerful way of piercing through stony hearts.
In order to really feel the presence of God, you've got to open it up. You've got to let everything come out, and you've got to surrender everything to God. We've got to get them in counseling. We've got to just get to know them to build the trust. With the Rwandans, we really feel like we've got to work with emotional healing, and only God can do that.
The leadership of the nation is pushing forward for the future, a vision for the future, business, development, schooling, education, all these different things, but that is a temporal hope. What we want to try to give them is an eternal hope. We would just like to give the opportunity for you to invest in the nation of Rwanda, invest in the revival of souls and the harvest of souls that God is bringing to that beautiful nation. That can be financially, that can be prayerfully, but that can also be, Jesus said that the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. We need your help.
Aimers are more than welcome after, speaking to your leadership, speaking to your pastor, making sure the blessing is there. We need your prayers. We need the prayers over the 3 MKs, Abriana, Taylor, and Zion. So the support of the prayers is needed for the country of Rwanda. And then any other support, any giving that you're able to do, it's a blessing, and we thank you for it.
Thank you so much, family of God, and God bless.